these are meant to be enjoyed uh, for their audio over their visuals. And hey, who am I to tell you how to enjoy whatever you like to enjoy? And well, actually, from the wonderful and thank you, by the way, thank you for all those wonderful comments and uh, just overall, everyone, thank you. We've gotten we me I are we oh me. So I appreciate the support because it's very reassuring to know that, and I think we can all agree that, however we are, there are people who support why we are the way we are, and somehow, some way that matters. Um, is it maybe the that validation thing that so many of us look forward to? It could be. Is it just the feeling of connecting with others? Could be that too. Um, but it's just, like even with oh hey, we have Twitch broadcasts whenever my internet's working out all right. But I do know that a lot of it has to do with just the fact that um, when you make something, it could be anything. When you make something, there's this feeling you get. It's hard to explain. Many of us categorize it, and we kind of spoke briefly about what we do at categories, and how dangerous they can sometimes be. But we categorize it as did we? I think I'm going back on.
Go ahead.
It's okay. We put it in a very neat box to say, crap. Forgot what I was talking about. Welcome to Cyber Talks to Cyber. If there's one thing that I have to admit is that, in kind of just seeing how unique everyone else is and the content that they make, and enjoying the content that everyone makes. I'm honored. I'm blown away. I really am. Everyone's so cool. And I say that in the most I know it's very cheesy. Like, I'm pretty sure I go from mediocre senpai guy to okay, wow, this guy's a dork. Relatively quickly in whatever conversation we may have. But I think that's because hey, people do a great job of checking in and saying, oh hey, happy birthday, or oh hey, congratulations on your wedding or your thing, or who knows what we're doing in the future, but congratulations on that thing. But what about when there's no thing, and it's just there's no thing. It's just, hey, you're just great. You're great for being you. That's it. That's all it is. You're just great for being you. I think that's hard for some people to process. Like, what do you mean? It's just what? What do you want? What do you want from me? Where are these compliments coming from? How are you trying to manipulate me to get me to do something that, who knows? What's your ulterior motive? I can't let my guard down.
First blood.
But when you make something, to go back, to pedal back on what I was talking about originally, when you make something, it feels nice, it feels great, it feels warm. You feel proud. You feel as if your time and energy and it feels rewarded. It's like a deposit to the bank of self-worth. Would that be it? I think that would be it. It's like a deposit to the bank of self-worth. Now, don't get me wrong. You do not have to make anything to cash that deposit, cash that check. But
they picked the wrong fight.
Hey, when you do, it feels great. So, thank you all for making things. Thank you all for not critiquing your things so much that they never see the light of day. Thank you for that. I don't remember where I saw this collection of words, but I do remember these collection of words. And it was to the effect of the most dangerous thing about... was it dangerous? No, my apologies. The simple rundown of it was something along the effects of... it's all about the thoughts that never get to see the light of day. If you get my drift. Think about all the things... That's a funny sentence, right? Think about all the things... Now let's get this far. Think about all the things that you think about, but you don't either act on, or you think about and you forget.
An enemy has been slain.
How many times have you thought about something like, oh wow, the person that did that thing, I really appreciate them for doing it. I gotta let them know. And then you forget. Hey, let's be honest, if you've been on this planet long enough, that's happened to you. And I think as soon as you become self-aware enough to know the impact you have on the people around you, pretty sure you'll find yourself caught up in a situation where there's something you really want someone to know. Very important to you. But you know they know without you telling them. Follow so far?
Time to bleed.
You know they know. You know they know that you're very important in their world. They're very important in your world. You know they know. But when did you last tell them?
Always trouble.
So, I'm sure we can think about a person or two. I'm sure someone comes to mind. Someone somewhere comes to mind. Oh, hey. Tell him, yeah? Tell him? Tell him. I say tell him. Definitely tell him. Tell them you appreciate them. Tell them,
Think I'm bluffing.
tell them. If you don't, who knows? Maybe you'll never get the opportunity to. But it's all about those little gestures that we make, those little moments that we have. It's all about how we
Got any bright
it's all about how we leave that blueprint for the next generation, for the next, for you, for just for you tomorrow. It doesn't always have to be, hey, listen, let's not get super out there. It's about the meta. It's about the little things. Hey, that was episode what? That was an episode ago. Meta decisions. It's about that. I'd say if you're not really sure what those what is meta decisions? What are you talking about? This is 10 minutes in. Meta who? I explain it, but I think I did a better job explaining it last time. So I'd highly suggest get the opportunity, go take a listen. Meta decisions, what they are, why they're important. But I'm sure you can really just understand based off of the way I'm describing the next part, and how I was looping in on quote unquote the next generation and making decisions. It's about those little things we do a day. That
Enemy has been slain.
set us up for success for tomorrow. It's about that stuff.
Easy, partner.
Hey, what's one thing you can do today that by the time we get to tomorrow,
What are you playing at?
not only will you benefit from what you did the day before, but, hear me out, if you continue that pattern,
An enemy has been slain.
start creating some extremely positive behaviors behind it. What's a couple of things you could do? Think about that for a moment.
An enemy has been slain.
I got one. Okay. Let's start simple. Let's start basic. Well, cyber. Yes, cyber. Cyber, if I put my toothbrush out with... Cyber, with, you know, toothpaste next to it, all that good stuff. If I put it out,
An ally has been slain.
a nice, easy, you know, convenient spot. As soon as I wake up, and maybe, hey, I have a bad habit of brushing my teeth. Maybe that's what we're trying to, maybe that's what we're owning. We're owning
Killing spree.
something we can control. That's what we're owning.
Double kill.
It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. I'd say it's right up there along the same lines of that feeling of creating stuff.
Shut down.
I'm gonna put you in on a secret. I don't know if anyone's told you this, and I'm sure might have, you know, crossed your mind at some point. But it goes without saying that you, that's right, you yourself, person listening to this at this very moment, you are one of, you're one of the universe's most amazing creations. Now, I'm not getting all super preachy and super cosmology on you, cosmopolitan. That's not the main narrative. Let's go back a minute. Meta decisions. Yeah, that's where we're at with this. Meta decisions. So hear me out on all that. The meta decision aspect. You are the result of the universe's amalgamation.
I ain't got time to bleed.
It's just what we are. For what it's worth, for what it is, for what we are, and for how it works, and for how we've been explained how it works, and you know, for
Shut down.
what we've learned thus far about how working works and all that stuff. We're it. We're the thing. Are we the top thing? Well, we don't have to go into that territory. But what I can say is, we most certainly are one of the things. One of the things that make the ability to rationalize our meta decisions, and one of those things that have the ability to work alongside other things and control the outcome of, well, I mean, up to this point, say we
An enemy has been slain.
we're doing our best to control the universe, and that's a good thing. I think it's an empowering thing. Let's imagine for a minute that there's a very scary moment happening. For some, of course, and for others, it's an opportunity. And for many others, it's uncertainty. Now, let's break that down for a moment. What happens? So, fear. Yes, that's the other F word. Fear can lead to panic, can lead to pain, and can also lead to discovery. And I think one of the coolest things about the human condition is, oh boy,
An enemy
you tell us we can't do something and we'll do it. The universe says, hey, no. We'll say, hey, listen now. I hear what you're telling me. I hear it. I hear you. However, I'm made up from you. And because I'm made up from you, you've encouraged me to believe that anything's possible. So your nose, your impossibles, your impossibles have been disproved by you. This is the universe we're talking to now. So with all that said, hey there, universe. I know we're in your backyard and all, but
shut down.
I think that if you have faith in us, we'll keep this train going. It'll be a good time. And I think if there's anything you, universe, could learn from us,
Has been slain.
would be that
Fish in a barrel.
because we're made up of the same stuff, we're capable of the same stuff. Now, I want you to understand that I believe, my personal belief, is that there are a lot of smart people out there that are doing everything in their power, that are doing everything in their human condition to not restore life to the way things were. To the way things were. Because the reality of everything is we can't go back. We never could. We never will. That's not how this works. You never go back. We only go forward. We only go forward. So because we only go forward, we're going to go forward with this attitude of, oh boy, what can't we do? Can you imagine? Hey, listen. We made a bunch of little meta decisions as a species. We figured out how to beat every single obstacle thrown our way. We figured out how to beat it. Hey, listen. We kicked biology's butt. Not many can say that. Not many can say they kicked biology's butt. But we did that. And we'll own that. We'll own that. We'll definitely own that. And I think if anything, we'll own that as a species, and we'll own it in our everyday lives. Hey, listen, we all did our part. We all played our part. Remember the good old Starship Troopers video? I did my part. That's always been us. We know that's always been us. So again, keep making things. Keep making things until the gift has to get passed on to someone else. And when they take up the mantle and they look at everything that you've done and everything that you've championed, you know, everything that you've championed, when they look at that and they
An enemy has been slain.
feel the same, when it just resonates off of your work, that feeling of satisfaction that you can tell, when you look at a painting and they say the artist felt great satisfaction with this piece, you could tell that, you feel it, you see it.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
That's you, and it's okay for you to be you. It's okay if that's you. I think this is saying anything about anything. If this is saying anything about anything, you just own it, enjoy it, live it, become it, use it. Now, with context, and of course within context to what you can control, enjoy it. Hey, you woke up the next day, you looked at the toothbrush and toothpaste that you left out on the cabinet, in the next room, because it's the first thing that you see as soon as you get out of the bed. You go brush your teeth, own it, enjoy it. You'll have past you to thank.
Shut down.
And again, the most important part about all of this is you just give back to the universe. Yeah, let's just keep it for what it is. Let's keep it what it is. Cyber, what do you mean when you say giving back to the universe? I mean, you take what you see around you and you incorporate it into your work, you incorporate it into your life. You take the fact that when spring comes around and the birds are chirping and life is just purring at your doorstep, you absorb that, you enjoy that, you resonate with it. And any that are new to that, like Cyber, resonate, you're gonna have to give me a whole podcast on that one. What is this resonate thing you're talking about? Talking about take the energy that you see and that you feel and that you know is right, and don't deny it, enjoy it, absorb it, write it down. Easiest way to resonate with something is to write it down, put it in the words, make your mind understand. And again, it's just, hey, that's that box thing we were talking about earlier. Make your mind understand. Make it understand how you feel, how you work. Help your mind understand what drives you, what demotivates you, what fills you with joy. Help your mind understand. Because if there's one thing I've experienced, if I've noticed so far, is that for as vast and as unique as our minds are, they're all wired in such a unique way. Did I really? I did. They're all wired in such a unique way that we'll feel it too. We'll feel that. We'll feel it. Trust me, we'll feel that pride that you had, that satisfaction. You ever looked at a piece of artwork at 3 a.m. in the dark on your phone and just think to yourself, wow, whoever, the person that made this must have been like, you know, they must have been peering into the universe when they put all this stuff together. And the reality is, were they peering into the universe? Or were they just putting into a form what their whole essence, their whole vibe, what their whole mind, body, what they feel everything is all about? And that's, I think that's how we get these amazing pieces where it's just like, oh, this piece of art really spoke to maybe the despair or the confidence or the emotion or the struggle of whatever the person who made it was going through. Maybe that's how that stuff's made. Maybe we look at the life around us and we go, hey, there's so much that I'm not seeing, but if I take a moment, if I relax, if I take a deep breath, maybe I'll start to notice the little things, like how many people in my life look to my work, just look my way and have well wishes for me. Have I let them know that I appreciate their work? Have I let them know there's no way around it? We all share the same platform. It's a planet. It's interesting, right? We all share this. There's one. Hey, listen. We all use the same web browser. It's called Earth. And I think to a degree of reflecting. Oof, man. Everyone really sees it. Everyone sees it now. You know? Everyone really sees it. Everyone feels it. So I want you to use this time, and this is in relation to any time. Use this time that you have.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Use all the time you need.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Because no matter what, time is our greatest ally.
Victory!
You can make it your best friend.